am back after a brief hiatus. I haven't been feeling all that well. Been under the weather the last few weeks. Just kind of hit a snag there. Got a really nasty cold. But I'm back. Still have a cough, but I'm feeling better than ever. Technically. So, we've got a review. Amazing Spider-Man number 606 and 607. I gotta say, I was very excited for the story arc, the return of Black Cat, one of my favorite characters. And for the most part, it was a very solid arc. Now, it's written by Joe Kelly with art by Mike McKone, and near the final half of issue 607, Adrian Mello. Now, there isn't much I can say about Mello's art, so I'm just going to get that out of the way. It was very rushed looking, phoned in, and truth be told, not his best work. He's a pretty good artist, but this was very weak stuff. Still, not horrible art at least. Now, as for the rest of the art by Mike McKone, awesome artist. His one problem is that he draws a really weird black cat, in that she's got these weird fluffy things on her arms, and she always had those, but they're gigantic now, and it's really weird. It sticks out, and it's definitely annoying. But besides that, the art is pretty good. But now for the story. The story involves the Black Cat returning to New York, and hilarity ensues. Joe Kelly just writes some brilliant comedy with this entire story. And I don't want to talk too much about it, but there was a racist joke from Peter's friend, what's-her-face, Nora. And, yeah, less said about that the better. Anyway, this was a really good arc. My only real complaint or major problem, the villain. Diablo, or whatever the hell he's called. Just a really, really lame villain. Kelly tries to add some kind of spice to him by making him a really brilliant mind, and they give us a little backstory to him, but it just doesn't work. It's very poorly executed. He's a very boring villain, and with any luck, he'll stay gone for a while. And I'm hopeful that he doesn't have too much of a role in a future storyline, because damn, he sucks. But the rest of it's great. Black Cat was absolutely awesome. They've retconned her a bit. She's doesn't remember exactly why. I don't know. I'm sorry. She was a detective. They kept that in there at least. But now she's a thief again, and I don't know. It's weird. Also, for whatever reason, she doesn't remember who Spider-Man is in the mask. Now, Mary Jane remembers, so why doesn't Black Cat? Something I'm sure will be explained. But I gotta give this arc major props for getting Black Cat and Spider-Man back together again. Awesome. I really wish I could keep reading about this, but 3 comics a month. No, not very good for my wallet. So, all in all, this was a pretty good story arc. Despite a really weak villain, it had some really great moments, absolutely awesome comedy. We get a nice balance of action, comedy, character work, and it's just all around a really strong story arc that Spider-Man fans will probably enjoy. Now, granted, it's definitely not the best Spider-Man story in a while, but for a simple 2-parter, you could do a lot worse. I'm giving this a solid 4 out of 5 must-read. I'm Andren, that's the comics, adios.